All right, sun is up. It's a little after 12 right now. Made breakfast for myself today, but anyhow, enough of that. I'm gonna talk about a topic that I haven't really talked about that much, surprisingly, considering it's generally lumped in with this whole subject of the pornography and whatnot. Today, on this day, as soon as I can get this turn here, because I'm trying to focus really hard right now. But anyway, today we're going to talk about the topic of masturbation, also known as fapping, also known as greasing the gator, also known as sanding your lumber, also known in particularly nasty cases of chronic masturbation, stripping the bark off the tree till there's blood in the pea. But y'all know what I'm talking about. So let's get right into business here. My views on this have changed over the years. Gradually changed. And it's because of an interesting little fact, and that is that the Bible actually does not say anything about masturbation. In addition to that, there's a lot of conflicting evidence and arguments and reports from all different perspectives, from health perspective, from self-improvement perspective, from spiritual perspective, all these different ways of looking at masturbation. There's conflicting reports and evidence on all of them. Some say it's healthy, some say it's not healthy. Some say that it will, erode self-control. Some say that people say a lot of stuff about it. So it's been one of those things where I just kind of took the position, which was all I could extrapolate from the Bible, which is, hey, it doesn't say anything about masturbation, so, I guess there's nothing wrong with it in and of itself. However, we do know that lust is wrong, and we know that lust almost always goes hand in hand with masturbation. So if you can do it without, thinking about anything you shouldn't be thinking about, then hey, cool, good for you. Go ahead, have fun. Otherwise, it's best to stay away. And for that reason, I considered it generally best for me to stay away, because it's the two generally go hand in hand. And what I found was that on those occasions when I would start to indulge, then it would lead me back towards pornography again, which is not something that I wanted to do. So when I quit porn for good a while ago, 20 months, 21 months, I forget. I'll have to look into it, find out. But anyway, doesn't matter. When I did quit for good, I did say, okay, this can't be masturbating for a while, because I know where that leads me back. Since then, in the past 21 months, probably have done the deed, done the fap about, if I had to guess, I'd say 10, 11 times maybe. Not a frequent thing at all, but each time I was like, okay, well, my mind still is not at the point where this is, where this can be completely detached from lust. So, okay, stay away, keep recovering, maybe check back later. In the meantime, I'm just kind of on the fence about whether or not it's a good or a bad thing. More recently, though, and I talked to the accountability group about this, rather, the Discord group, saying that, not too long ago, I did again, and did so without really any kind of sexual thought in my mind whatsoever. So if it is possible to masturbate without lust, then I've done it. I can say that now. But it still just wasn't worth it to me. And after that, which should have been an experience, you would expect that to be an experience that would lead you to the conclusion that, okay, well, it's okay in this context here, because there's no lust involved. The Bible doesn't say anything about it. There's the reports about pros and cons of it are all conflicting and contradictory. So, whatever, just do whatever you feel like. But after this, I actually came down more firmly against masturbation. And again, the Bible doesn't say anything about it, and your mileage may vary. Everybody's experiences are going to be different, so it may affect you in different ways. Who knows? I can't draw an absolute ethical argument against it because my ethics come from the Bible, and I can't draw a conclusive, all-encompassing, self-improvement based argument against it because, you know, everybody's different. For me, though, I will say that I've decided it's not something that I want to indulge in under any circumstances, really. The one circumstance under which I believed it was likely acceptable, still didn't feel good about it. Still did not feel good about having done it. And it's not like it got me like crazy down or anything. I didn't feel terrible the next day or anything like that. I didn't really feel that bad at all, actually. But it was just kind of, nah, man, nah. So that's my verdict on it anyway. Like I said, I cannot make a biblical ethical argument against it, except for the fact that it almost always coincides with lust, and you don't want to do the things that lead you back into lust. So for that matter, to that extent, yes, my recommendation is definitely to stay away. From a health perspective, from pretty much any other perspective, I mean, I can't really say a whole lot, you know? I will say that I am skeptical of some of the arguments in favor of it. For example, there's one study people talk about all the time about how people who don't masturbate are however much percentage more likely to get prostate cancer. Or I don't think a percentage is even named. It's just kind of, if you don't masturbate, you're more likely to get prostate cancer. I've never seen the study myself, and I don't say that it's not legitimate. However, I do wonder where they found this significant sample of men who simply do not ever masturbate in order to carry out this research, because obviously to do research like that you have to have one group of men who masturbates daily and one group of men who never masturbate in order to clearly draw that conclusion. You need to have a control group. I do wonder who the control group is. I wonder, where they went around and found, okay, here's, 100 guys or however many you need to be to draw a scientific conclusion like that, where they found all these dudes just waiting around and were able to do that research. So for that, I'm skeptical. I'm not discounting the research. I'm not saying that that it hasn't taken place, but I wonder how it took place, if it did. So just stuff like that. But anyway, I hate that this video is not conclusive, that it doesn't have this big takeaway to settle the matter once and for all. But I'm just human. I'm just figuring this out as I go along, just like the rest of y'all. So that's my perspective. That's been my experience lately. So there you have it. Hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully that somebody can glean something from that. Somebody can benefit from it somehow. I don't know how, but yeah, you figure it out. Anyway, just wanted to update y'all on that. Talk to y'all about what's been going on, about where my mind has been, what I've been trying to figure out. So that's it for now. Still good on no porn though. Heavy temptations regularly, but still no porn, which is sweet. That's the main thing in my mind. Even if I have kind of put my foot down on masturbation and said, hey, I'm not going to do that either. Even so, the number one thing definitely is pornography. That is the part that is unnatural. That is the part that is involved with porn-induced fetishes or porn-induced erectile dysfunction, all this kind of stuff. All this kind of stuff that you do not want in your life. So the main focus is going to continue to be pornography for this channel, as far as that whole range of subjects, no fap, no porn, all that, as far as that's concerned. But yeah, there you have it. That's about all I can say about that for now. I'll probably keep thinking about this, trying to figure this out, trying to reach a broader, more universal conclusion, but that'll come when it does. Y'all have a good day. God bless you guys. Subscribe to this here channel because you know you want to. Have a lovely day. I'll talk to you all later.